Hello, hello. Welcome. I just wanted to share out what my awesome colleague is doing today in third grade. So let me turn this around. Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm from Kinderbrations, and I just wanted to take a little time today to show you what my awesome colleague is doing today in third grade. She flipped her classroom, so we wanted to share with you. Here she is.
Hello. This is Beth Barkowski from It's a Third Grade Life for Me, and I was totally inspired by Wade King and Hope King, the fabulous duo, King duo I call them, to do a classroom transformation for Jurassic Park. So this I've been working on for a couple months now, trying to totally emulate what they did in their classroom, and this is a result of that work and their work, and this is our second day actually. So what you see is a lot of work going on, maybe a few broken down Jeeps. So we just kicked them out to go to PE, and actually they did not want to go.
No.
Nobody wanted to move. It was hilarious. It's like line up for PE, nobody moved, they kept working. So that's how engaged they are in this. So anyway, they're out for a little bit, so I will just kind of take you around and show you what we have done yesterday, and we're finishing up today. I thought it would only take a day. It's taken a day and a half, so which is fine. I love it. They're having a great time. So to start, then I don't even know where to start.
All right.
I had different tasks.
Okay.
Just like exactly like Hope and Wade.
That's awesome.
So I go in and find what they did. But so our first task yesterday was Dinosaur Classification. So that's one of our standards, our NGSS standards in third grade. So we did classification, and to do that we started with dinosaur eggs that my wonderful 75-year-old mother made.
So awesome.
So anyway, it took her a long time, but we love these eggs. I wanted something that I could reuse all the time and that looked semi-authentic, but this is what she came up with. She made a little plug type so they could get in, and their dinosaurs are in here. This one was just kind of an intro so they could just work together collaboratively, talking about similarities and differences and how they could classify their dinosaurs that were in the dinosaur egg. They loved the whole part with the egg. So those were the eggs, and then I passed out cards, dinosaur cards, that they continued to classify, and then they had to do a write-up on how they classified them and why. And then they also had to go group to group and try and figure out the other group's classification. And so that was Dinosaur Classification. That was fun. Awesome. So task two was sand trace.
Okay.
So we had dinosaur bones, paper bones in there. And this was for inferencing from fossils, another NGSS standard in third grade. So they did a dinosaur dig, and they had to put together their dinosaur. And it actually wasn't even a dinosaur, it was a flying lizard. But I love the dinosaurs they came up with. They made some that were swimmers, some that were really, really long, some that were really, really tall. So they just made their own dinosaur. They came up with a name for it using the Greek and Latin roots. They would come up with the name for their dinosaur, then they had to infer based on its teeth, what it ate, and looking at its bones, how it moved or how they made it move. So they did a write-up on that as well. So we incorporated, everything was incorporated in this: science, close reading, writing, and math. So that would be the fossil dig. And they had,
These are her.
They had little brush.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They had little brushes, which all these little things they just absolutely loved. Off track a little bit, I did the headlamps like Hope King did. As you can see, some of them are having issues day 2, but that's just the headband and the push lights that you glue on there. And then push lights on the tables.
The room was all blacked out.
Yes, the room's completely blacked out. Because we love working in the dark. There's something about working in the dark. They love it. It's very calming. I love it too. Very calming just to have these push lights on. And it's plenty of light, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So so randomly, just like Hope and Wade did, I would have a Jeep crisis. And they have been begging me since the last one. When's the next Jeep crisis? When's the next Jeep crisis? So there is another one, but I told them it's a longer one, and it's the last one before feeding time, so it's going to take them a while, and we couldn't do it before PE. So they were disappointed. But every time they heard the breakdown of the Jeep, they knew that there was a problem coming up that they had to solve. I related them all to Jurassic Park math problems. The last one is alphabetical order, actually, for dinosaurs. And every time they solved a Jeep crisis, then they got a little dinosaur that they earned to go on their dash, which they loved. Just the little things, right? Just the little things. Okay. Yes. So, your kids are coming, huh?
No, we're good.
We got
5 minutes.
Okay, Michelle's kids are coming. What was my next one? Task 3. Oh, that was the dino dung. So we talked about the food chains and the food webs, and then I did the dino dung just like Hope and Wade with the brownie mix and the seeds and the marshmallows, and buried their cards in there for them to make food chains. I suggest you do that really towards like the end of your whole Jurassic Park, because it's very messy. Very messy. Fun but messy. They loved it. So that was that one. We had goggles for that. Here's goggles. So kindergarten, the lovely Kinderbrations loaned us goggles, magnifying glasses, but I was just telling Michelle I'm laughing all day because they wear these all the time just because they want to wear them. And they're third graders, but it's great. I love it.
They were so engaged. Every time I walk in here, they're just so engaged. It's awesome.
So, and then today was super fun. So we did measurement for dinosaurs. So we're working on it right now. We're in the process. So for the sake of time, I gave each group one dinosaur, and we went outside and they measured their dinosaur out, marked it off in feet, and then we walked around. We kind of took a dinosaur walk so everybody could see how tall the dinosaurs were. And the fun one was with Seismosaurus. We predicted if our whole class would be as tall as Seismosaurus. So I have a great picture of all the kids laying down, and we did, in fact, I think we were one student over 80 feet for Seismosaurus. So they loved that. Then we just came back in. We're graphing our results, and I don't even know, who is this from? Down there, off the TPT. I did not, any of the paperwork that I used, I found on TPT. So I don't take credit for that at all. So they're graphing now, and then they're making observations. And the last thing we're doing is, right here. We're determining the size of a dinosaur by its footprint. So here I have a footprint that I made. So they will be measuring this footprint and then doing the math calculations to decide the height of their dinosaur. And then they'll have their last Jeep crisis, and we will be exiting the park today.
And when you kicked this off, you did it with an iMovie trailer that you made?
Oh, yes. That was so much fun. So just like Hope and Wade did, last Friday, I gave them their ticket in. And so parents told me that's all they talked about all weekend. But I also made an iMovie trailer, which was super fun, super easy if you have never made an iMovie trailer. I watched Cammie Butterfield do the Periscope on that, and I did it within like 30 minutes because it was my first one, but you can just whip them out. So I made this great trailer. They loved it. So they knew what was going on and that it was kind of a Jeep competition, and they were super excited. So it's been so much fun these past 2 days. I love when we do classroom transformations because I have just as much fun as they do. And I just love seeing them engaged and really learning.
And all that content that you get through it.
Yeah, I just busted out a whole bunch of content in a day and a half. In fact, one of my students commented on how much work they did yesterday, but I could not believe when 2:30 came. I was like, oh my gosh, the whole day is already done. That's crazy. So it went by really fast, but you get a lot in. You work hard, but you get to play hard.
That's
So.
awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you for coming by.
Yeah, I've got to go pick up my kindergartners.
All right,
But
thank you.
I could not let a moment go by without showing you this. Hello, hello. All right. So, and then, I mean, she has flexible seating in here. She's just awesome. So, anyway, there we go. All right. Thanks for joining us. And thank you for joining us, replay viewers.